So, it's the Champions League 2025 final, another Champions League final of the season. PSG take on Inter. The first final in almost since 2010 that we've had no English, Spanish, or Germans teams in the Champions League final. And the prediction video is starting right now. Hi again, it's me. Today we're doing my Champions League 2025 final prediction is at Munich. They're going to be playing at Munich, who is like really the light target delay. I like to get ourselves to the least is 5 seconds delay if you get it a bit nice. And make sure you can subscribe as you're trying to get us to the 200 subs by the start of the FIFA Club World Cup 2025, so like mid-June. But yeah, no messing about. Let's get in to the Champions League final. And yeah, in the league phase table, it is 15th PSG take on 4th place Inter Milan. Everyone was expecting Liverpool to take on Barcelona, or Liverpool-Barcelona, or who knows, it's not from PSG or Inter. No one expected this final to come. Everyone was expecting Liverpool-Barcelona because they were both like the best teams in the world, really, in both, etc. But Inter in the league phase, they were one of the best teams. Only conceding one goal, Inter, and that one goal came from Bayer Leverkusen when they lost 1-0 to them in the 90th minute. Lost 1-0 to Bayer Leverkusen. That was the only goal they conceded in the league phase. And for PSG, had one of the hardest league phase team slot out of all 36. Had to play Arsenal, Man City, Atletico Madrid, Bayern. I think they played Bayern. I think they did. Anyway, they had to play all of them, but they scraped through at the end, winning like 3 in a row. Now, at one stage, they were outside the bottom. They were in the bottom 12, and they somehow qualified to the round 16 playoff, and they bumped into another French team, Brest. Then Inter got 4th, so they went through the round 16 romantically, and PSG smashed Brest 10-0, and Brest, it was their first season in the UEFA competition, so you got to give credit to them, really. Despite losing 10-0 in aggregate, have to give them credit, but round 16 craziness starts as Inter play Feyenoord in round 16. PSG played Liverpool, and it had everything, really. They had like 19 shots PSG had in the first leg, and they lost 1-0 somehow. And in the second leg, they were all out. PSG won 1-0. Ended 1-1 in aggregate, so had a good penalties. Donnarumma was in his prime, smashed them 4-1 in pens. Liverpool to the Premier League champions, Liverpool. And they went through to the quarters, and same as Inter went through the quarters and they beat the Feyenoord. And in the quarters, Inter had Bayern, PSG had another Premier League club, Aston Villa, and PSG beat Aston Villa 3-1, despite Aston Villa going ahead, scoring the first goal in them two meeting when they met each other at PSG. But then PSG beat Aston Villa 3-1. And but Inter had a good game against Bayern, 2-2. And in the second leg, Inter won 2-1. And Bayern were so close on equalising 2-2 in the second leg. We could have been a different final if Bayern actually scored an equaliser. It could have been quite different. But then in the second leg, Aston Villa beat PSG 3-2. But PSG goes through because they won 5-4 on aggregate. And yeah, and then in the semi-finals, PSG faced another Premier League club, another Arsenal. I remember PSG losing like clubs quite a lot, really, in the Champions League. I remember them losing, like, struggling against Premier League sides, really, and yeah. But no, they actually, they're actually just taking them apart. Like, they're in their prime this season, and for Inter played Barcelona, one of the favourites to win the Champions League. What an aggregate scoreline it ended up being. 7-6 in aggregate between Inter and Barca. 3-3 in the first leg and 3-0 in the second leg, and 90. Inter won 4-3 in extra time in the second leg, and what a game it was, really. I didn't watch it, really. I didn't watch it, unfortunately, because it was on Amazon Prime, and I couldn't be bothered. And I do have Amazon Prime, but I couldn't be bothered to watch it because, yeah, I had to go through my PS5 to get into Prime. Yeah, but yeah, man, PSG played Arsenal, and Arsenal had a really good fight against PSG. But even though they played each other in the league phase, and Arsenal beat PSG 2-0, and PSG beated Arsenal on 4 events at the Emirates 1-0. It was a really tight 1-0 win for Arsenal against Arsenal at the Emirates. And then they went on and beat Arsenal 2-1 in the semis, second leg. And now we're in the final. PSG take on Inter in the final. After all of that road to the final, you are here for my prediction. I think you know, on my channel banner, I am backing Inter to win it. I want Inter to win it because if he actually wins, yeah, if Inter wins, I don't think, yeah, I don't want to say it because, I just don't want to say it, but yeah, I don't want to say it because. And for Inter, if they win it, I would love to see Inter win it. First time since 2010. They missed out on it in 2013. If Lukaku was not in the gosh damn way, if he wasn't in the blooming front, Inter could have won it in 2023 against Man City. But I remember Inter played Man City in the Etihad at the start of the Champions League phase for them, draw 0-0. So that was kind of a bit of a revenge, really. But yep, it was a different team really when Inter was in the Champions League final. It was a different team. They had Onana in goal. Now Onana's probably handed to Bayer Leverkusen, but you're here for my prediction. PSG first final since 2020 in the COVID year. First final for PSG ever with fans coming into the stadium. So this will be quite hype for PSG, but it's going to be really, really tight. It's going to be extremely tight. I swear, it's going to be really, really tight. Both teams will be on fire. Both teams in defence will be fire. It is going to be really, really tight. I'm going to go straight for it. Some people are saying there's going to be goals to odds. It might be similar to Argentina against France in the World Cup final. I'm going straight for my prediction. It's going to be PSG 1, Inter 2 in the Champions League final. And then Inter goes on to win the Champions League after that game. Inter wins the Champions League because I said PSG 1, Inter 2. But here's the problem. I don't think I might be able to watch it, but I will be able to watch it on radio because the reason why I can't watch it on the TV because British Got Talent final, the British Got Talent live final is on tomorrow night at 7. Yeah. And it's actually over. On top of that is the Champions final, so I might not be able to watch it, but on TV. But I might be able to watch like the final 10 minutes of it on TV. But I'll be listening to both at the same time. British Talent's live final in one ear, and the other ear it'll be the Champions League final. So I will be hearing out for the Champions League final. But yeah, if you're wondering, it's my prediction, and you can comment down below what your prediction is going to be. And yeah, you can say that I think PSG will win 1-0. I think that Inter will win 1-0. I really think it'll be extremely tight. I really think it's going to go to penalties 3-0. Inter win 5-4. I think PSG will win 5-4 on pens with a 3-0 draw at the end of the 90. But it's your prediction. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. I've enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys next season, maybe. Bye! And good luck to PSG and Inter in the Champions League final.